What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. So E3 2015 is coming very close, just about 4 days left until all the press conferences are taking place, so that's very exciting. And yeah, what I'm pretty much going to be doing in the next couple of days is my preview / prediction videos on all the games that we can expect to see and all that kind of stuff, whether I'm excited for these shows. And I'm going to kick it off with EA. Now, I am actually quite looking forward to the EA press conference, mainly because they've just got some games that I myself am really interested in, and I think it makes it pretty much my the second press conference I'm most looking forward to. So the one thing that I do always have a little bit of an issue with EA, and what is kind of boring to me, so I'm going to get that out of the way immediately, is the sports games. And that is not necessarily because those games aren't good, because they surely are, but I myself am just not as interested in that, and therefore you'll see that out of the 1 hour in total that they'll spend on this show, 20 or 25 minutes will be dedicated to all their sports titles like FIFA, Madden, and whatever the hell else they got. Yeah, I personally don't really care for it. I doubt many of you do. I know a lot of you will maybe have one of those series that every single year you'll get the new installment, but at the same time you kind of know what to expect, right? These games never really innovate too much. It's just a couple of new cool features being added that will, most likely make it well worth for you to once again get the new one. But yeah, everything has been pretty much set by that. So I want to get into the actual games, the real hardcore gamer games, if you get what I mean. And I'm going to immediately start off here with a big prediction. I think that Mass Effect 4 is going to officially be revealed at this E3. And now we know already that it's in the works. It's been confirmed already at EA's last E3, where they showed some actual concept videos and stuff. But I think what we'll see here is an actual sort of announcement trailer with a full title, with sort of like an explanation of what the story is going to be about. It looks like Commander Shepard is not going to be in this one anymore. They're starting all over again. And yeah, it's just very exciting to see in what direction they're going to be going with this one. I really enjoyed the Mass Effect series. I never played the first one, but I did beat 2 and 3. I especially liked 2 a lot. And so consider me very, very interested in seeing where this franchise is going, what they're going to be doing with it. I can't wait for the new Mass Effect. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. At the same time, Bioware, of course, last year also announced that they would have a new IP coming up. We really don't know what that's going to be about. They just showed some very nice looking environments. I am not particularly sure if we'll already get some more details on that this time. Then again, it is a year later, so it's something that is maybe to be expected a little bit. But I feel like Mass Effect 4 is going to get their push, kind of like first before the new IP does. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting the most from it, this one, Mass Effect 4. I think we'll see a lot of it. So next up is a game that is surely going to get a lot of attention, and that is Star Wars Battlefront. With Episode 7 coming out this year, the hype for Star Wars is bigger than ever pretty much, and EA is really kind of like putting their bets on this with Star Wars Battlefront being made by DICE. I myself, being a big fan of DICE in general, being a fan of Battlefield and Mirror's Edge, I actually am looking quite, a bit forward to Battlefront. Not because I'm like the biggest Star Wars fan. I did recently saw the original trilogy, but mainly because, yeah, Battlefield I think is an awesome game. I feel like Star Wars Battlefront is going to be a great mix between what made the previous Battlefront games so successful, but at the same time DICE's Battlefield formula. I think they're going to, pull off a hell of a great job here, and what I'm expecting to see from Battlefront at E3 is pretty much a sort of gameplay demo, in the way that I think the game is going to be played live on the, at the show pretty much with, I think 40 players have been confirmed, so yeah, probably 40 players on the stage playing the game right there, and they're showing it off very much in the same way that they did with Battlefield 4, I think that was in 2013 at E3, where they had this awesome 64-player demo showing the collapsing building. I expect a sort of similar thing with Battlefront this year, and that's going to be quite exciting. So count me in for that one. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Next up, I wanted to quickly talk about the Criterion Games new IP, which they showed last year as well. That's kind of like a real extreme sports title, where they didn't really say too much what it is about, but it's like you can go into a car, or you can fly, you can take a helicopter, all these sort of like extreme sports that you can do in a big open world. I was really surprised at that concept, because I like extreme sports games a lot, and therefore I think this is pretty much a mix between all of these specific sports. course. So yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what Criterion Games will be showing us at this E3. I hope they've got an update on it, because this is one of the new IPs that I myself am most looking forward to. So to close off the list with games that we can surely expect, of course, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. The title was very recently revealed. I think I've said it multiple times now in videos. Mirror's Edge is really a special game to me. I loved the original one on the PlayStation 3, put hundreds and hundreds of hours into that one, even though the game itself was very short. I just had so much fun playing it, and therefore Catalyst, I cannot wait to see what DICE will show of the game, because it's surely looking like we'll finally exactly see what this game is. We've already seen the game twice now at both like E3s of the last 2 years, but not really too much, right? We got a reveal trailer, we got a cool sort of like early concept sort of gameplay demo, but it didn't really show us too much. I want DICE to finally tell us what this game is going to be about. Is it Fate's origin story? Is it an open world game with drop-in drop-out multiplayer that you can play with, you know, 10 players at the same time, do online races, that kind of stuff, maybe co-op missions or whatever? Is the combat improved? All these kind of things that made the first game really seem like it missing out just on a couple of things. Like, the game could have been so much better, but it already in itself was a pretty cool concept. I just want Mirror's Edge Catalyst to be what the very first Mirror's Edge game should have been, and then yeah, I absolutely cannot wait for this one. This is hands down sort of like one of my most anticipated games at the moment. So yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst is the one I personally am most looking forward to seeing what they've got in store for us at this year's E3. And then apart from that, of course, you know, these are all the games that we kind of can expect, but what else is EA going to announce? What new games? We know a new Need for Speed game is coming, so we'll surely get some more footage of that one. But apart from that, maybe Skate 4, like that's one I totally would want, but I just don't see happening because the studio got closed a couple of years back, which is really a shame because I loved Skate 2 and 3. I really want to see a Skate 4. I just don't think it's very likely. And then yeah, apart from that, maybe some new IPs, maybe sequels to games that we have long forgotten about or something. I don't know, it's really sort of like guessing at this moment. I just hope that EA does still nonetheless have plenty of surprises for us. And then, you know, with that being said, I'm sure it's going to be quite an awesome press conference, as long as they don't focus too much on the early concept footage sort of approach, which they really took last year at E3, and that made that press conference quite disappointing. So yeah, if they don't do that, I am sure it's going to be quite a big success. But with that being said, I would like to know from you, what do you expect from EA at E3? Are there particular games that you are looking forward to a lot? What do you hope to see from them in terms of new announcements? And then with that being said, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you'll tune in once again tomorrow for my Ubisoft preview. And then yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.